Good morning, everyone. Hello, 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 and hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday, and on Mondays we have mystical Monday musings.
Musings.
For all of you people out in the country, I'll wait till Laura gets done sipping that tea. Or coffee. We have Monday, for those of you in the country, mystical Monday music. That's had to. That's had to. And for those of you that are not in the country, for those of you that are watching in probably Norway, or you're maybe watching in Costa Rica, this one's for you.
I'd love to go to Costa Rica someday.
I would too, but I'm watching this television show on Netflix, Bear Hunt, Bear. I don't. He's some guy that like is out in the wild, and he's hunting now celebrities to teach them.
Oh, you're talking about Bear. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's done this for years. Okay.
Yeah. Just John's looking at me, and he's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's fascinating. I'm watching the Spice Girl be in the wild and trying to be like a survivor." It's anyway. All right. It's not.
Is it Mel C?
Yeah,
No, Mel B.
Yeah, Mel B. Yeah.
Mel B.
Good morning, Jean. Hello, Michelle. Good morning, Gail and Beth. Dina, good to see you. It's freezing in Chicagoland. That's why I moved. Bye, honey. Have a good day. I come in and you're doing a monkey. Good morning. Yes, I could do the monkey this way, and maybe I could do, Batman. All right. Anyway, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Elias Patras. I am an intuitive motivator.
I'm just waiting for you to just get it out of your system.
And I Go ahead, Laura. My mom used to laugh and nothing would come out. She'd be like, and I was like, what are you doing? Oh my God. All right. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon. Hi, I'm Laura Wooster. I'm on the East Coast. I'm an intuitive and psychic medium, and I'm here with my dear friend and colleague, Elias Patras, on the West Coast, and it's 9 a.m. his time, or just after 9 a.m. So thank you all for being here today. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord. Well,
yeah. Good afternoon or good morning, wherever you may be, or good evening if you're.
Good evening, wherever you are. And it's funny because on Mondays, we're here every Monday. We pull cards and we talk about all kinds of stuff, clearly. And I'm going to use soul coaching today, Denise Lynn's card, and I'm just going to get right into it. Here's an interesting thing, because I was talking to Laura a couple minutes prior before we went on, and go check my post out that I did this morning. A lot came up this morning, so laughter is really good. But look at this, Laura. Truth. Look at this, everyone. Not just Laura, but everyone. Truth.
So good.
But look at the truth. I mean, are we looking at it? Here's a different way of reading this. Are we looking at it with a child's way of looking at it? Are we looking at it with innocence? Are we looking at it with clarity? Are we allowing the truth to sit in our hands here and just look at the pureness of truth? And how do we sit in our truth? So just something to think about.
And I'm going to add something to that. And I'm going to, people could take it for what it's worth, for what I'm saying. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Just saying, for everybody who understands where I'm going with this.
Right.
You know where I'm going with
That's
this.
true.
All right. So the card I have here, I am using the Angel Insight Pack.
Mm,
I love these cards, and they've just got these beautiful foil,
that's
additions.
so cool.
Gorgeous. So the card I pulled today is Service, and this is a really good card for this week. And what this reminds us is when we're not feeling in our power, we're not feeling like we're effective or we can't be effective in some way, to look where we can be of service. It doesn't mean you have to go running out and like saving the world, but what can you do to help the people within your reach? Okay, whatever that may be. And it doesn't necessarily have to involve money or anything like that, but just being there for somebody and reaching out to anybody you think may need help. So, so just remember when you're feeling disempowered, where can you be of service? Okay.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one. And it doesn't, like you said, Laura, it doesn't have to be money. Sometimes, the most important thing, guys, is time.
Mm-hmm.
Giving your time.
Yeah,
Time could
exactly.
be picking up a phone call. It could be picking up a phone call. It could be picking up the phone and making a call. It could be sending a text. I prefer a phone call, but it could be a lot of those things. So time is really valuable, super valuable. So, as we're here every Monday, we want to share that we thank you, first of all, but also go to Laura's YouTube, go to my YouTube, go to our Facebook pages, like, subscribe, follow. It truly does help us. And Carson says, my most treasured commodity, time. Yes, very
Yes,
true. Good morning,
absolutely.
Sharon.
Good morning, everyone.
Laughing is so contagious. So true. Gina says, looking forward to head back eastwards in the 30s. Warm and balmy. Okay.
It's
Um,
blustery too. My goodness, if the wind blowing
that
last
is
night.
something I do not miss. Like, it's not that windy here in the Pacific Northwest, but God, that Chicago wind, hence the Windy City,
The city,
that
yeah.
could just creep up on you, and it could be, maybe 10 degrees, but with that snap of the wind and wind chill,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
God, it was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
So besides weather and time, everyone, um, anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
Try to get specific because we like that.
So I'm
And
using 2 decks just so people know. I'm going to pull from the Angel Insight deck if you'd like, if you have a question about your life. But if you want a little message from your loved ones, I have the Within Reach mediumship card. So, yeah, Patty Sinclair's. I always have to mention Patty Sinclair's mediumship message cards. So, if you have any questions at all, that you want some insight about your life, absolutely pop them in the comments. I know we've got like a 7-second delay, so we'll see what happens.
great.
So while we're waiting,
Yes.
so before we came on, Elias and I were talking about what we're doing next month. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to jump on a plane and get there. It's going to be so much fun hanging out with people at the retreat next month. So excited.
I'm excited about it too. Good morning, Sarah from the UK. How
Hi,
are you, my friend? So good to see you. Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Dina says, I would love a card from my mom. Today would have been her 80th birthday. Well, happy heavenly birthday. Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect. I got a card. Dina, let's laugh. Remember the time that we blank, fill in the blank. Were you just thinking what I was thinking? We had so many good times, didn't we? So as a little wink from your mom. During difficult times, we don't feel that we can allow joy to come into our lives. Your loved one says, on the contrary, think of all those silly times that did bring you joy. Take a moment to remember the crazy and good things that we would do together. The secret jokes that only you two found hilarious. Laughter really is the best medicine, especially when the heart is aching. So I hope that helps, Dina. Little hello from your mom.
That's a
And
nice.
yeah.
You have another one for mediumship as well. Let's see, where are we? Sharon said I'd take a mediumship card. Okay,
Okay.
Sharon.
You're not alone. I know that you feel as if you are, but trust me, you are never alone. Reach out for the love and support around you.
Hmm.
Okay. Nice. Aw.
Really good. Really
Okay.
good.
Always a good reminder. All right. So what's Michelle got to say? Winter is so hard for me to deal with. Can I please have a card for something to look forward to in springtime? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Look at this card already. I mean, this one is just beautiful. Enthusiasm. Look at all the butterflies. This is screaming. It's screaming spring. Um, and think about what happens winter to spring. We have that transformation. We have that shift, and something that that's something to think about. Maybe next Monday I'll share with you guys something that I like to do during the different um, changes of the season. There's something that the Peruvian um, shamanic culture does, and it's called a despacho. And it's not soup. It's not gazpacho. It's despacho, and it's getting different things in a bundle that you put as a significant of earth honoring elements. And I'll explain it all next time, but it's something to honor during the change of seasons, and you're putting your prayers in there. So that might be something good to talk about, Michelle, for and everyone else for next time. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. And hello, Barbara. All right. What you got?
The card I picked for Michelle is the same. Can you believe the same card came up? Service.
Wow.
So yeah. So it's where can you bring some attention to somebody else? In winter it can be very hard to deal with. Absolutely. It was so weird that the exact same card came up.
Very nice, thank you. And Gail says my son could use some health encouragement.
Okay, pull some cards for that too. All right. Okay.
Let's see what I got here too.
Pulling cards. 2 cards.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, transformation. Interesting. The transformation card comes up. Very interesting. Okay, so notice the green behind them. Healing, right? So when we talk about transformation, it's a lot of times we have to look at where we are at the moment. Okay, and take it. Especially when things aren't the way we want it to be, with being health wise or whatever it is. We always try to say, I wish I was better than what I am right now. So when it comes to transformation, it's always good to look at exactly where you are right now. And does that mean you have to kind of like super focus or hyper focus on the health situation? No, but to embrace where you are, so health wise, and then move forward from that. So a lot of times, like I said, when we're in that realm of like, I don't want to be in this space, it's hard to really see the solutions or to embrace the solutions around it. So that might be the reason why this is coming up. Okay, let's see. Barbara would like did you want to pull a card for?
Yes, I did real quick. And look at this one. Radiance. And it's such a beautiful card. It's such a great colors, very bright. So think about for encouragement, what I'm getting is what thoughts or old ways of thinking need to be burnt away so something new can happen, like the rising phoenix. So
that's interesting. You get Phoenix and the transformation card. That's pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool. And so think about yes, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
You're good.
A lot of times, it's very interesting that those cards came up because sometimes health challenges can bring to light the things that we need to focus on and the things that we need to change within our lives to live in a more healthy way. And that might be what this is. This might be a catalyst for him to focus on the things that he knows he needs to embrace for a healthier life. So we'll see what comes up with that. All right. Barbara, yes, pull a card for you. Up my volume a little bit so I don't talk over you.
You're okay.
Like, sorry.
You're
All
good.
right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. You want to? Okay, Barbie, you want a card for your son? Okay.
She would love a card, and then she would love a. Can I ask for a card for my son? Thank you.
Okay.
How about a card for both of you?
Yes.
There you go.
This card came up again. You're not alone. The same cards keep coming. I swear I'm shuffling these cards. You're never alone. That's for sure. And then the other thing too, unity. The unity card's coming up here. All right. So purple is about the bigger picture. It's about humanitarianism, things like that. So it's about connections to others, others' needs, and awareness of others' needs, all these things. So, so if this card's come up for both of you, it might just mean that it's a reminder of being there for each other. Okay.
And it's funny because we're having a theme happening here. What cards? And you saw me shuffle. Yeah, again. So
this is wild. The same cards
here
keep
you
coming.
go. Here you go, Barbara, for you and your son. You know, really looking at what needs to shift to come out of the ashes, that something burns away and something beautiful happens for the both of you. So very cool. Very cool. Charity, good morning. Good morning to you. ICP chemist, I'll take a card for this week. How to best deal with work, please. Okay. How to deal with work. How to deal with work.
I'm assuming you're working. Okay. Alrighty. Interesting. Archangel Michael comes up for you. Now, for me, Archangel Michael is about, a lot of times when it comes up initially, is about boundaries and protection. And it doesn't mean you have to be protected at work, but what it could mean is just recognizing what your boundaries are, maybe implementing them more around the people with you and within your work. It also can mean, sometimes, especially with work-related situations, there may be a lot of chaos around you, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's not yours, but it could affect you only because you're in the space. So it could be that as well. It doesn't mean to ignore what's going on and not have empathy for other people going through similar things, but or in the same place, but also just remember to be mindful of your energetic boundaries this week. All right.
Awesome.
What do you have? If you pull the same card up.
Hey, Ginger, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Okay, so look at this one, which I find fascinating. Gratitude. Sometimes, I've been in the situation, I'm sure many of us have, where we're like, work, right? But there's that gratitude piece of, okay, food's on the table, bills are being paid. It may not be exactly what I want, but let's give a little gratitude of it being there and asking, how can it get better than this? What else is possible? How can it get better than this? And having the gratitude for the good things of the job, if you will. So there you go. Hello, Kelly. Good to see you. Carson says to stay in theme of health. I had surgery a week and a half ago, and looking for a card for my next steps after the physical healing. Thank you. Okay. Next steps. And that's
physical healing. That's a good point to bring up. Sometimes beyond the physical healing, there's a different level. You believe this? Archangel Michael came up again. I swear I was shuffling them. So again, it's boundaries. It's recognizing what you're ready for, even if you're physically healed. That if you aren't energetically ready for something, then it's okay to say no. All right. So recognize those boundaries. All right. This is a weird, another transformation card.
I just love it. This is beautiful. We haven't had this card yet in this deck. I mean, in other decks, but this is gorgeous. This is just a beautiful
Beautiful.
Beautiful things. So
Dragonflies.
think about imagination and transformation. Two things for this card: imagination with the dragonflies and transformation. So, what do you want to imagine for yourself, and how do you want to move into it? There you go. Think big. Think big.
Yeah.
Gail says thank you. Barbara says yes. Barbara says cool. Thanks. Karen Leach, hello. Glad to find this. Well, we're glad you found it too. How did you find us? How'd you find us? Ginger says, will I change jobs? Well, Ginger, because you were playing with me the other day on a live, do you want to change jobs?
There you go.
What deck is that? I told you to get this deck, Ginger. This one.
Will I change
Meaning Laura's. You might be meaning Laura's deck.
the Angel Insight pack?
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah. So, okay. Was she just playing with us? Does she really want a card about that?
I'm gonna ask her. Do you want? Tell us. Tell us. Carson says Butterfly's been with me a bunch. I've been working with the angels, especially Michael and Gabriel. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay. I thought for a moment when I read that, I was like, "You're working with AA angels." Okay. Thank you. I want a card, please. Okay.
Okay. We'll see. I'm scrolling in here too. I want to catch up on my. Okay. Again.
Again, Ginger.
Phoenix.
If I could make a phoenix sound, I would, but it would sound like more like a, which is not like what it sounds like. But, so very cool. Something is shifting. Something is shifting, and I think something good is a coming. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say release. We're just gonna go release the release card. So the Phoenix, transformation, or radiance and release. So that may point towards something here for you, Ginger, with your job. Okay. All right.
It's interesting. Thank you both. Love it. I'm in the midst of, hi Christine. I'm in the midst of trying to make decisions with an aging mom about when is it time to make changes. I would love a card about this situation. I'm feeling stuck. It's always a challenge. Always a challenge.
I'm gonna pull a mediumship card for this one. Sometimes it's always good to check in with the loved ones on the other side. Yes, and yeah, I can understand.
May I ask, Christine, does your mom have Alzheimer's or dementia? Just curious. Just curious.
It's interesting you asked that. Because this one says, love can build a bridge. Allow the memories of our life together to make you stronger. What we shared was solid. We still cross many bridges together. Yep. And then friendship. Okay, and the friendship card comes up too for you, Christine. So a lot of times when friendship card comes up, it oftentimes means asking for help, to be okay for asking for help, or reaching out, not necessarily to friends, but friends. The friendship card can indicate support, asking for support. So it's when you recognize that you require support and being truthful about that. That's when you need to make a change. So, all right. I hope that helps.
Christine says starting to think that's the case. And the reason why I asked was I was going to say something and I saw like a tape recorder back in the old days, and it was a pause. And that's kind of almost being the sign or symbol that I'm getting for dementia or Alzheimer's, because I don't know about you, Laura, but sometimes, when we're doing mediumship, when I'm doing mediumship, I think we talked about this in your class. I sometimes feel like they're out of it, even though they're still physically here, but it's like
Mhm,
I'm getting a mediumistic uh,
mhm.
message from the loved one that's still here, but they are in dimension. That's what I felt like I was going into this like almost like this zone, and everything was misty and but on pause for a moment. So that's why I asked that question. It happened very quick like that, but that's what happened. So all the best to you, Christine. All the best to you.
Yeah, all the best. And it's interesting you bring that up about when people are in that realm of possibly memory loss, Alzheimer's, or an altered state of some kind. A lot of there's some mediums are split on this, and I always say my opinion today I might have an experience tomorrow that changes my opinion. And because I know there's some, like I said, there's some mediums that would argue with me on this, but there's been times when I felt like I've connected with people who are in deep memory loss, Alzheimer's or something like that, as if their part of their consciousness is already on the other side.
Right.
I know people who have worked with people who are in comas, and they communicate with them that way as well. So, do you feel the same way, Elias?
I do. I feel like, like um the way that it was explained to me from somebody over there was
Mhm.
that they are preparing, whenever that means,
Yeah.
they're in soul school. So when they cross over, they're in soul school for those 40 days or whatever. I like to call it 40 days.
Mhm.
But they get some extra, they're like in summer school where they go over and they're working on stuff, and they
Mhm.
work on it, and then they come back in and zoop back in, and then they're out of it, or they're fully aware, and then when they are not aware, they go back up there again to work on stuff. It's like their foot is in two different worlds at the same time.
Mhm. It's like their consciousness is in a different radio station for a little while.
Exactly, that's a good way to say it.
And they come back in. Yeah, it's wild. And I think we all have the ability to do that. We all have the ability to be in that higher consciousness while we're still fully in our bodies. But, people who are artists and people who write a lot, or creative writing, things like that, sometimes that awareness of that part of their consciousness is a little bit more on the other side at times. And oftentimes we feel like it's you're channeling those things, right? Because you're a little less attached to the physical body. You're a little bit more on the other side, or in the higher consciousness. I shouldn't say the other side, higher consciousness.
Sure.
To me, that can be the same thing in some ways. So yeah, so it's interesting. Like when you think of consciousness that way, um, it kind of opens up a whole new perspective on what we call the heaven or the other side. So
Very
uh,
cool.
yeah.
Michael says, "Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to make it today. I'm always grateful to start my week with you too. Thank you so much." And Ginger, thank you. She said, I had a scare today and I questioned myself. I get it. And this is something interesting because I was looking at Kelly's question, pulling a card, but then also looking at you, Ginger, at the same time. So this is going to be kind of for both of you. And I want to remind you both, fascinating card. So oops, sorry. May I have a card regarding how best to block out manipulators but still keep my heart open to empathy? In the
Mm,
past, I've used anger to stay strong against those that use empathy against us. So I'm going to tell you this,
mm,
Ginger, you're an inspiration. You're an inspiration for many people. And I don't know if you know that. Kelly, the same for you. The best way to block out manipulators is to still stay true to yourself and
mm,
keep on inspiring the people that are with you, watch you, observe you. You are that guiding light. Just remember that.
mhm. Block out manipulators. I have a little thing that I've used from time to time that I found really works well. um, is that when you're it's another way of setting a boundary energetically, and it's just to when you're in a situation, especially when your empathy is really strong. Like both Elias and I are I feel like we're both highly empathic people, so we get where you're coming from. It's easy just to feel manipulated sometimes because of it. I'm speaking for both of us. I'm sorry. But so sometimes it's good just to sort of reflect the situation back to people energetically. And so what I often recommend is imagine that there's a mirror between you and them, and the mirror is faced towards them. And the mirror goes from the floor all the way up, past the ceiling. And what that does, it just sort of takes the energy out of whatever they're trying to either pull from you or reflect on you. So it's just a way of redirecting energy. All right. And it really does work. And it especially helps to set up that boundary for your empathetic heart. Okay.
Carson says it's a 9-year. The Phoenix is on overdrive this year.
You think?
Yeah.
Blink, blink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Phoenix.
Yeah.
Gabrielle, this is how I met Gabriella through you, Laura. She was she followed you a lot, and you were on one of my lives, and we met. I'm late, but hello. Looking forward to meeting you, Laura, at Scamania. I know, I'm so excited. Ren, good morning. Ginger says, totally possible. I've worked hospice, and a lot of my patients were end-stage dementia. Interesting. Good morning as well. Karen says, I love the Phoenix. One aspect of my sign, Scorpio. I'm sure it's time for the Phoenix to come out. Just lost my dad less than a year ago from losing my mother. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I moved here as his caretaker 4 years ago. Now I'm wondering if there's more for me to do. Soul purpose. Wondering what card you might pull if you have time. Thank you.
Karen, as I'm reading this, for some reason I'm getting like teaching energy around you. I don't know if you're like literally going to be a teacher or looking to teach, but sharing information with people or guiding people in some way, coming up really strongly around you. So like a teacher, we can, it doesn't necessarily mean staying up in front of a classroom, but there's something here about sharing information with people. All right. I'm going to pull a card as well. Yeah, a lot of whoa, I don't know what's up with that teaching stuff.
Yeah.
And the heart, the healing card comes up here as well. So possibly some of what you might be guiding people with is through some sort of healing. All right. And it might be the focus that you'll be having. It feels like we're looking at like a 14-month type of, like a little over a year kind of scenario here. So I'm curious what's going to unfold for you over the next 14 months regarding that. So you may not have a clear answer for a few months, but you may start to see signs of where you're going with that over the coming year. So interesting. What do you have, Elias, for her?
For her, which is funny. It's very, very funny because it's a lot of repeat.
Wow.
So this is
wild to me. A lot of repeat cards.
We're shuffling. We are
shuffling. I'm shuffling endlessly.
So just really you bringing truth to light and really looking at it almost with the vision of a child and that innocence. So there you have it. And we're seeing a lot of new people. So thanks, guys. We love to see how you found out about us. Memor, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, or Memor. Katie, hello. Charity, absolutely perfect, Laura. This is helpful. Thank you. Kelly says thank you. That visual definitely helps. Okay, excellent. The inspiration card is beautiful. It is, truly. Gabriella, may I have a card for my job, work, anything new, upcoming, a raise or a new opportunity? Oh my goodness, and this one.
All right. So we're going to look up, get out. Get out.
Flew out. It just flew out.
Get out of here.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to say something in Greek, which doesn't make sense in English, but I'm just going to say it in Greek. Like,
you can't make this stuff up.
You can't.
Truth. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Wild. That's crazy. See? Double panayamo. So
I'm curious if, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
With the truth cards coming up for you, Gabriella, I'm curious if you might have to ask for this raise or opportunity, to actually ask for it, and embracing what is true for you. How much you brought to the position that you're in, how much, how long you've been there, all those things. everything you put into this, that you embrace that truth and express that to people, that, that you're ready for a new opportunity or a raise. So it's
And if you now see, and now I'm jumping on your words. I'm so sorry.
that's quite all right.
And
Touche.
if you want to, everyone, if you come to the retreat, Gabriella's going to sit in a corner and she's going to read Greek coffee. So should we read the Greek
Really?
coffee, right? No.
That's cool. I was gonna say that's really awesome.
Very cool. I mean, trust me, our grandmothers and great aunts and everybody, they're like, oh, there's a package coming, honey. It's coming from a long distance package. Yeah, it was always like some strangers at your door with the package. I don't know, whatever. But fascinating. Then Dana, hello. Thank you for being here. And we've got a couple new people that have asked a card, and we're a little over time, but we're going to do a general reading for those of you that just came in. Karen says, I've been a music teacher all my life, except these 4 years, private and public. Fascinating.
Nice. Okay.
Fascinating. Kelly,
No wonder I'm seeing the teaching stuff around you.
she did ask for the raise.
Oh, good. Okay, so you've done your part. Because there's something here about an action step. So that makes sense. Okay. Good.
Okay. So Katie, then Dana. What's Kelly say? Live your truth, creativity in the inner child, inspiration, be the inspiration example, transformation, Phoenix. Love the energy. Elias's retreats are the best. You're sweet. Ginger, you're going to be on the retreat as a special guest, and we'll talk about that in a second, you guys. Love you as well. All right. What do you got for Katie and for where are you? I just lost you. Okay, Katie, and there she is. Vandana.
Passion. Now, when this card comes up, it's a reminder to focus on what you're passionate about. Okay. And to spend energy, and it's worthwhile time, even if it doesn't feel like it's like something you should be doing now. It's worthwhile to spend your time on something you're passionate about, even if you're not sure what the outcome of it is.
And look at this fulfillment. So, passion and fulfillment. I mean, we're, so true. And for those of you that are new, we are here every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Pacific Eastern. And come join us. And please like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, and like and follow on Facebook. It actually does help us, guys, a lot. Laura, what do you got going on? What's coming up for you?
Scamania next month. I'm so excited.
Scamania. Let me find it. Hang on. There it is. There we go.
I've got a couple of mediumship events that are coming up in March, but they're almost sold out, both of them. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So when fake it till you make it fails, then what? Well, guys, we've got this retreat coming up. Go to eliaspatras.com, look under events, look for the Mindset of Love retreat. We're going to do something called a rhythmic soul sound healing. I can't wait, Laura, for you to be part of that. That's going to be super cool. Super cool. We're going to talk about the mindset principles. What are the mindset principles? Well, guess what? They're in this book. And it's Changing the F You to Thank You. It's a workbook, but we're going to talk about mindset. Mindset is, I'll show you the little bookmarker that's super cute. So it's mistakes, intention, and improvement. Never give up. Being determined. Seeing yourself successful. Elbow grease and embrace and treat yourself. These are the stages. Notice the first 4 are about the mind, and then you have to set yourself up for success. So you set yourself with those others. So we have that going on. And then I've got one other thing showing up for all of you. If I can just make sure that I've got this I think so. I think it's here. Okay. Upload the file. Yep. I'm doing that.
You got this. You got this, Elias.
I got it. There we go. All right. Here it is. Dun, 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 dun. It's a free event, everybody. Free event. Unlock your intuition, mindset, and love. So in the workshop, it's free. We're going to strengthen your intuition, shift your mindset, and attract more love in all the areas of your life. We're going to talk about trusting your inner guidance, learning the mindset principles, fun interactive exercise, and we're going to talk about how you can embrace self-love and confidence. And one lucky lulu laka, one lucky lulu laka, one lucky winner is going to get a 15-minute session. Okay. Sign up. It's free. Go to eliaspatras.com and you'll see it under events. And that's happening. I so this is TMI, everyone, but it's me, so I'm going to share. So we have a beautiful couch. It's a L-shaped couch. And because we have dogs, we like to put blankets on the couch, right? Well, we have Willow, who's a girl dog, and Harry, who's male. And sometimes lately, Willow likes to lick her foot a lot, or she'll lick her private parts a lot. And then there's like a wet spot where she was licking. So John's like, she's got a little licky loo going on there. Like, so one licky loo lucky winner is going. I don't know, but we appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate. You have to close the chat. Oh yes, thank you. You have to close the chat on YouTube to like the live. Okay, awesome. Katie, thank you so much. I'm hoping I can attend. I hope you can attend too. And I have a suggestion for you, a really good suggestion. So call me when you can, because I got a great suggestion for you. And guys, if you want to come on the retreat, I'm telling all of you, I'm doing a special for you. And if you bring a friend, if you don't bring a friend, I'm still giving you the special $200 off the retreat if you put in Elias 25 in the code. And yeah, I've got a really good suggestion for you. Really good suggestion. So let's do. Love you both. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Michael. Thank you.
Love you too. Be back here next Monday. Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yes. So thank you guys. Remember, follow your intuition, trust your gut, and come back for more fun, laughter, and education. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week.